Elliot Granger was the kind of man who lived life in lowercase. He walked softly, nodded instead of waved, and answered questions with shoulder shrugs or quiet hms. He wasn't invisible, but close, just enough to be forgotten. He worked customer service from a beige apartment that always smelled a little like old books and something faintly burnt. If you asked him, he'd say life was normal. Maybe a little boring, but normal. He didn't think much about the odd things, the strange bruises that came and went, the way his phone sometimes rang but there was no call logged afterward, the chill that followed him into rooms like a trailing draft even in summer. He called it bad luck. Just something he was born with. The people around him didn't think that. It started when he was young, though he never noticed. His uncle slipped on the porch the day after babysitting Elliot. Broke his neck. A neighbor's house caught fire after Elliot left a forgotten drawing on their kitchen table. His dog had run howling into the woods one night and never returned. But he was a kid, and kids don't see patterns like that. Adults do. And adults don't want to believe in curses. So life moved on. Years later, as an adult, the trail continued. Co-workers got sick. Friends had accidents. A woman he dated crashed her car the day after breaking up with him. His sister had 2 miscarriages after visiting his apartment for the weekend. Elliot never connected the dots. He always thought it was them. Their own bad timing. Their own mess. Until the day he burned his hand. It was a Tuesday. He was boiling water for tea, one of his quiet comforts. He turned for 1 second, and the stove flared. Not like a grease fire, like lightning, white hot and impossibly fast. The pain hit instantly. He stared at his blistered hand, stunned, and then heard it. A laugh. Not from outside, not from a neighbor or the hallway. The laugh came from the walls, from the pipes, from inside the apartment itself. It was wet, mocking, and it was the first time Elliot felt something deeper than fear. He felt angry. The apartment changed after that. Slightly. The buzzing in the light bulbs stopped. The shadows in the mirror didn't smile anymore. The cold spots faded. The cat that had stared at him through the window every night, gray, sickly, blind, disappeared and didn't come back. Elliot still didn't talk about it. He just started watching the world differently, watching himself differently, and for a few days, he felt almost normal. He even slept. Then the box arrived, just sitting outside his door one morning like a gift nobody wanted. Plain cardboard, no return address, no postage. Inside was a single item, a VHS tape. He didn't own a VHS player. He hadn't in years. At first, he nearly threw it away. Something about it made his skin crawl. But curiosity, or maybe the same darkness that had been trailing him for years, pushed him to find a way to watch it. He drove across town to a little tech store run by a guy with shaking hands and bloodshot eyes. Old school, the guy said with a crooked grin. All right, let's take a look. He connected a clunky old monitor in the back and pushed the tape into the player. Elliot's chest tightened the moment it began, static. A long pause. Then a voice. Elliot. I see you. Female. Familiar. It felt like childhood. The video showed a field of dead grass and a young boy, maybe 8 years old, wearing a red hoodie. It was Elliot, a younger version of himself. He was talking to something off camera. Something you couldn't see. The boy paused, listened. A voice, barely audible. Say the words, and I'll make them stop hurting you. The boy's mouth moved. Whispered something. The footage cut. The screen went black. The tech guy didn't say a word. Neither did Elliot. He walked out without another glance. That night, he dreamed about the field. Only this time he wasn't the boy. He was the voice. The next morning something was different. The house felt lighter, airier. His phone didn't ring once. No strange voicemails, no power surges, no shadows peeking out from doorways when he turned his back. It felt like release. He didn't understand it, but he accepted it. The curse, or whatever had followed him, seemed to let go. Weeks passed. He started smiling again. Not forced smiles, not awkward ones. Just little things. Coffee tasted better. Music sounded brighter. He found a part-time job at a new office across town. Even made a friend. A real one. A guy named Josh who told dumb jokes and didn't flinch when Elliot accidentally brushed his arm. He met a barista at the cafe who remembered his name and laughed at his quiet sarcasm. He walked more, wrote stories again, got color back in his skin. He even forgot sometimes that things had ever been wrong. Then came the voice. He was walking home one night. The street was empty, the sky half clouded. The breeze was cool, pleasant. And then, from behind him, "It's better now, isn't it?" Software familiar. He turned. No one there, just a park. A swing set swaying in the breeze, and sitting on the bottom of the slide. A folded red hoodie. His old one. The one from the tape. Elliot didn't pick it up, didn't speak. He just looked at it, heart pounding, then slowly walked away. He didn't look back. Things stayed quiet after that, mostly. There were no more deaths, no more flickering lights, no more cats. The mirror, though still cracked, held only his reflection. But sometimes in that reflection, he caught something in his eyes. Something deeper than tiredness, something like memory. And once, just once, he stood too long at the bathroom sink, staring at his face, and said aloud, "I'm sorry." To no one. To the boy in the hoodie. To the thing behind the voice. To himself. And something inside the mirror, just for a second, nodded. That's it. That's the end of this story. And also, of this video. Please like and subscribe if you enjoyed. And also write in the comment what would you do if you were in Elliot's shoes. Thank you, and have a scary night.